Princess? Weapon? The revelation hit like a supernova. What had I unleashed? But that was only the beginning of the betrayal. Ilara clutched the core, its light infusing her, mending the last fractures. Her wing unfurled, majestic, as we fled through the chaos. But Reyes' words echoed. Princess, weapon. In the mind-link, truths spilled. She was heir to Vega's throne, her core not just life force, but a conduit to the Ethernet, a galaxy-wide energy web that could power stars or destroy them. Humans had targeted her specifically, damaging her to extract the net's codes. My role in the raids? I'd led the team that captured her. The guilt crashed over me like tidal waves. Why didn't you tell me? I gasped as we dodged patrols in the service tunnels. Fear, she admitted, her voice stronger now. You were enemy. Enemy. The word stung. But in her healing, I saw my own wounds, emotional scars from loss. We reached a shuttle bay, stealing a craft amid gunfire. Launching into space, Epsilon shrinking behind, pursuit ships launching. The chase was relentless, jumping through hyperspace gates, Ilara using her restored powers to cloak us. We landed on a neutral moon, Zirian, a haven for outcasts. There, in crystalline caves, echoing her home, we confronted it. I fought your people. I confessed, voice breaking. Killed them. For revenge. She touched my face, mind link flooding with forgiveness. War breaks all, but healing possible. Our intimacy grew, not just minds, but hearts. Kisses under alien skies, her glow illuminating my darkness. But the Empire hunted, bounties broadcast galaxy-wide. A tip led us to a resistance cell, aliens and humans united against the Imperium. They revealed the war's lie. Humans started it, fabricating attacks to justify expansion. Ilara's core could expose the truth, broadcasting via the Ethernet. The plan: infiltrate Earth Prime, the Empire's heart, and uplink. But betrayal lurked. One resistance member, a human defector named Kira, sold us out, jealous of our bond, or bought by credits. Ambushed in the caves, lasers flying. I fought fiercely, augmentations pushed to limits, but Kira shot Ilara, the core cracking slightly. Rage consumed me. I dispatched the traitors, but Ilara weakened again. Heal us, she whispered. The low point hit, doubting everything. Was redemption worth this pain? What came next defied all expectations. With Ilara stabilized barely, we pressed on, the cracked core a ticking bomb. Hyperspace to Earth Prime, a fortified world of megacities and orbital defenses. Disguised, we infiltrated the central spire, heart of the Imperium. Tension peaked in the uplink chamber, guards everywhere. Ilara phased us in, but the effort drained her. As I connected the core, visions assaulted me, the true history. Human leaders engineering the war for resources, sacrificing colonies like mine as bait. The broadcast began, truths flooding every screen, every mind. Chaos erupted, riots, defections. But the Emperor's elite descended. Reyes led them, augmented beyond recognition. You think you can end us, Harlan? She's the weapon. We'll use her to crush the stars. Battle raged, my fists against his blades. Ilara, weakening, channeled the net, energy blasts felling foes. But Reyes struck her down, core shattering. No, I screamed, tackling him, implants overloading. In the mind link's final surge, she transferred essence to me, her life force mingling with mine. Reyes fell defeated. The Empire crumbled, broadcasts igniting revolution. But Ilara faded in my arms, her glow dimming. Healed you, she breathed. Tears streamed as I held her, the galaxy changing around us. Her essence lingered in me, a warmth eternal. In the aftermath, as new alliances formed, I stood on rebuilt Vega Prime, wing-like augmentations from her gift unfurling. The sky no longer screamed vengeance, but whispered hope. And in that quiet, I knew love across stars could heal even the deepest voids. The Council, 7 elders even larger than the warriors, loomed on thrones of crystal. The prophecy speaks of a small one who shares the essence of life, the eldest intoned. You have awakened the bond. But beware, the waters you gave were not ordinary. They carry your spirit, linking you to our fate. Linked? My mind raced. The water? I'd filtered it through my ship's recycler, infused with nanites for my medkit to purify it. Unintended tech transfer. What had I done? But none of us were prepared for the truth lurking in the depths. The bond, they explained, was more than symbolic. Xerian's ancients had engineered their biology to interface with water as a conduit for empathy, a way to share emotions across their hive-like society. My nanite-laced water had amplified it, forging a psychic link between Lyra and me. I felt it now, flashes of her memories. A childhood under dying skies, the loss of her family, to raiders who stole their last reservoirs, her role as a scout, testing outsiders for worthiness. It's not just water, Lyra whispered, her thoughts brushing mine like a gentle breeze. It's trust, and now you're part of us. The council revealed the hidden truth. Xerian wasn't naturally barren. Millennia ago, a rival civilization, the Void Lords, ethereal beings from a parallel dimension, had siphoned the planet's oceans through wormholes, leaving it desolate. The Xerionians survived underground, guarding a single artifact, the Aqua Core, a device capable of restoring water, but requiring a pure bond to activate, human and alien united. Why me? Fate or desperation? Offworlders came and went, but none had shown selfless giving until now. Tension mounted as whispers spread. Not all agreed. A faction led by Korvax, a scarred warrior with eyes like burning coals, saw me as a threat. Humans bring only destruction, he growled. He'll betray us like the others. Lyra defended me, her voice echoing in the chamber. He gave without asking. That's the sign. The council decreed a trial. I must journey with Lyra to the core's sanctum, deep in the planet's mantle, proving the bond's strength. Fail, and the warriors would execute me. Succeed, and Xerian could bloom again. As we descended, the air grew thick, humid, impossible on this dry world. The core weeps remnants, Lyra explained, her massive hand guiding me through tunnels lined with glowing veins. Our link deepened. I felt her fear, her hope. She was no child, centuries old, her girl, appearance a cultural term for unpaired females. Lonely like me. But danger lurked. Seismic tremors shook the paths, engineered traps from the ancients. We evaded collapsing ceilings, navigated illusion fields that projected my worst memories, my crew's screams as the flare consumed them. Lyra shared hers, watching her world dry up, helpless. In a moment of vulnerability, we rested by a trickle of water. Why risk for a stranger? I asked, because in you I see redemption, she replied, her thoughts warm. Our bond sparked something more, affection forbidden across species. What happened next shattered our fragile alliance. Ambush. Korvax and his loyalists struck in the shadows, energy lances slicing the air. The human taints our blood, he roared. Lyra fought like a tempest, her strength hurling warriors aside. But they outnumbered us. I fired pulses, dodging blows that cratered walls. In the chaos, Korvax revealed his betrayal. He'd allied with Void Lord remnants, promising them the core in exchange for personal power. Xerian dies with the old ways, he snarled. We barely escaped, wounded, the bond straining as pain shared between us. Lyra's scales cracked, my suit breached. Deeper we went, the heat rising, the core's calling. At the midpoint of our descent, halfway through this ordeal, the revelation hit like a supernova. The core wasn't just a water restorer, it was a weapon. Activating it would flood Xerian but could rupture dimensional barriers, inviting the Void Lords back. The prophecy hid this. The small one must choose, save the planet or doom the galaxy. Wait, this isn't what I expected. I gasped, staring at holographic warnings. Lyra's eyes widened. Even she hadn't known the full truth. The council had lied, testing not just kindness, but sacrifice. The weight crushed me. Save her world, risk mine? Inner conflict tore at me. My past losses screamed caution, but her presence urged trust. We pressed on, tension coiling tighter. Void Lord scouts appeared, ghostly entities phasing through rock, draining moisture from the air. We battled them. Lyra's bioluminescence flaring as shields, my tech hacking their frequencies. Emotional low. In a cavern of mirrors, illusions force confrontations. I saw my dead crew accusing me of abandonment. Lyra relived her family's dehydration deaths. We broke, tears mixing, mine human salt, hers crystalline essence. I can't lose you, she thought, our bond intimate now. Betrayals mounted. A council elder, secretly Korvax's spy, sabotaged our path, triggering floods of acidic residue. We swam through, suits corroding, emerging battered. Twists unfolded. The nanites in my water had evolved within Lyra, granting her visions of Earth's oceans, fueling her determination. But they also marked me as a beacon for Void Lords. As we neared the core, warriors closed in Korvax's full force. A desperate stand. Lyra and I, back to back, her might complemented by my cunning. I rigged explosives from ship parts I'd salvaged, collapsing tunnels on pursuers. The core chamber, a colossal sphere pulsing blue, suspended in magma. Activating it required our linked essences, blood, and scale fused. Korvax burst in, final confrontation. You choose death, he bellowed. Battle raged. Lyra clashed with him, titans colliding. I disrupted his armor with hacks, but he wounded her gravely, a lance piercing her side. Rage fueled me. I activated the core partially, summoning a water surge that swept Korvax into the abyss. But the dilemma, full activation or not. Lyra, dying, urged, save us, Elias. Emotional peak. I realized the bond allowed a third way. Infusing my nanites fully, I recalibrated the core, not to flood, but to stabilize dimensions, restoring water without invasion risk. A moral triumph. Human ingenuity meets alien faith. It worked. Waters rose, Zirian greening above. Lyra healed, our link permanent. The warriors bowed, council reformed. Yet, bittersweet, I couldn't stay. Earth's colonies needed warning of Void Lords. Final farewell. You'll always carry my water, Lyra said, a piece of her scale in my hand. As lament lifted off, green oceans below, I whispered, and you'll carry my heart. The stars stretched endless, but for the first time, I wasn't alone. In the vast silence of space, one act of kindness had rewritten worlds, and the echo of her voice lingered, a promise that even in the void, connections endure.